Hello, it's Joseph Party, and today I'm bringing you Budget Sealed Only Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode 3. So last time I took another match win, but this time there's going to be significant changes coming to my wife's deck, and I'll be trying to find a direction for where I want to take my deck. Without further ado, let's go into the match recap. So far I am up 2, and, well, she's still at 0. But what I'm going to try doing today is I'm going to try opening up one pack of Secret Slayers in hopes of pulling Adamancipator Risen Dragite. So the Ice Barrier Structure deck dropped recently, and I'm thinking it might be possible that I split into that strategy so that I have something that my deck can do going turn 1, and being able to make Dragite would be pretty cool. Whereas my wife's deck, she's getting a second copy of the Structure deck, so she'll be doubling up on all of the good playable Charmer cards. So that'll be interesting to see how her deck starts shaping out.
So here we go for the first opening of my wife's Sealed Only deck. A second copy of Structure deck Spirit Charmers. Let's go. Well, as we can see, the first card to be pulled from this pile is a second Familiar Possessed Aria. This time, she has the promo Aria. We have the second Awakening of the Possessed Nefarious Archfiend. The Awakening of the Possessed Greater Inari Fire. The Grand Spiritual Ichirin. Second copy of Spirit Charmers. This one's actually going to be very good included in the updated version of the deck. Raigeki, sadly can't play more than one. Possessed Partnership. It's okay. More Charmers. Probably a lot of these aren't really going to come up. I think it's mostly just the spell stuff that pumps it up is going to be good. Fairy Tale Sleeper's okay. Rella's decent. Actually, probably the best include an upgrade would be the Fairy Tale Luna. Additional great normal summon that's also a disruption on my turn. Witchcrafter Golem, RU's decent. Dark Doriado, decent. Witch of the Black Forest, decent and Sealed Only. Effect Veiler, it's going to be better when I have an actual competent deck to stop with it. Denko Sekka, meh. Awakening of the Possessed, definitely going to be another thing that makes her deck better than mine for now. Secret Village of the Spellcasters, meh. Not good when both of us are running Charmers right now. Book of Knowledge, Terraforming, not matter. Book of Eclipse doesn't really matter. Twin Twister's going to matter. Dark Ruler no more. Again, would only be good if my deck was actually good. A second Unpossessed is going to be pretty good because of the search and attack boost effect. Then we have the Cruddy, Spiritual Art Earth. Always decent, but not going to be super relevant yet. The red one's terrible. Wind Art's okay. Metaverse, already have one. Dimensional Barrier going to be decent in the side later, maybe. Solemn Warning, very good card, actually. And then the actual just Charmers. These might make their way into the list. So here we are, my second pack. Let's see what I got this time. It's less cards in a Secret Slayers pack, and well, that first thing is definitely not what I wanted to see here. Erica the Rika Fairy, Unizombie, that's decent. If I was in zombies. Galaxy Cyclone, well, that's actually can be usable in this deck. It's backer removal. Next up, Rika Tranquility. And the last card, Primula the Rika Fairy. Well, this isn't really what I was looking for, but Galaxy Cyclone's decent.
So here we are with my sealed deck now, and well, there's been only one real change here. I put in the Galaxy Cyclone because currently there's a lot of back row in both our decks, and Might as well play some backer removal. So here's my wife's list. And because there's a second copy of the Spirit Charmer's structure deck, basically doubling up on every playable card that you can pull from that deck in the Charmer strategy. So basically doubled up on Aruru, doubled up on Hida because it's one of the ones you can summon, and the Inari Fire is the better of the two. Still sticking to one win, still keeping double Asa because of the other one that's there. One Aria, double Fairy Tail Luna because it's the best normal summon and probably just monster in the deck. Double Dark Dariado because of the attack boost effect and the ability to stack your deck. Double of each of the good level 4 extenders because this one can summon out one of the other ones from the graveyard, and Gigabyte just searches a Revscards, which can just summon back the Gigabyte. So then we have one Nefarious Eater of Nefariousness just because we just need the other extenders, but they're just not as good as these two. Two Witch of the Black Forest because it can search a Fairy Tail Luna, one Effect Veiler, one Raigeki, one Spellbook of Knowledge, one Terraforming, double Twin Twisters, double Spirit Charmers. This one is definitely going to be another card that's going to make her deck a lot better than mine because it'll be a lot more consistent. Because you can search up the Awakening the Possessed, which being able to draw extra cards and boost attack when our decks are at this low power is pretty legit. Still keeping the one Ichirin, one Secret Village of the Spellcasters, the one Possessed Partnerships because it's not that good, one Metaverse, two Unpossessed because it's very good, and two Solemn Warning. And we're back with the Game 1 of Match 3 of the Sealed Only Challenge. Starting off with, I'm not going first, setting 2 cards, setting 1 monster, and passing. Getting a Terraforming out for the Grand Summoning Art just so I sort of have a little bit of deck thinning. I get Solemn Warning and yeah, nothing else to do from here. Got Possessed Awakening and the Spirit Charmer's Art to be able to do things in the wrong sequence, setting the monster to the field but activating the spell to the side of the field. So it has like good monsters on field, but at the same point I can start just going into the Revscards, taking away the thing that actually pumps up the stats, and then trade out for the Inari Fire and the Nefarious Eater. I'm going to reactivate the Possessed Awakening, going into the Greater Inari Fire, just dealing lots of damage with its effect, attacking over it, and adding a card off of the Witch of the Black Forest. I'm not able to add Unpossessed in my hand, which is going to help a lot. Going to activate Dark Dariado and set the Charmer to my side of the field. Possessed Awakening is going to trigger. I'm going to activate Unpossessed. Going to attack into the Earth Charmer, taking away the Earth Charmer. Then I'm going to tag those 2 out for, well, I'm not going to because there's a Solemn Warning. At this point I'm going to activate Book of Eclipse, setting them all, going into the copy of the Greater Nefarious Eater, resummoning out the Witch of the Black Forest, attack into the face down Asa, and then she gets to draw off of the Book of Eclipse. Then she gets to go into swing in for 600, but Unpossessed will trigger as well as the effect of the Greater Nefarious monster. I'm going to then set the Charmer to my side of the field, and then Witch Black Forest is going to trigger, adding the Witchcrafter Golem REU. Going to then summon the Fairy Tail Luna, getting a search, and then getting a draw for the effect of the Charmer thing, and then I'm just be able to swing in for Lee Hill from here. Well, hey, that was a game with a lot of back and forth. Let's see how Game 2 plays out. So first, let's go start off with Fairy Tail Luna, set 1, pass. Pretty good board. Going to Raigeki away the Fairy Tail Luna, because I don't want to have to deal with that. I'm going to get Solemn Warning on my normal summon, which kind of stinks, but I can probably recover because I have a Fairy Tail Rella, which will be able to give me an additional draw. Let's start by getting the additional draw, which is Inari Fire, which is going to give me to Greater Inari Fire, which will allow me to do 1,800 points of or 1,850 points of damage. Then I'm going to swing in into the monster and pass the turn from there. I'm going to get Raigeki'd and then Twin Twistered. So I'm going to still be able to search up the Unpossessed. It's going to get out the Tiny Revscards and swing in 15. At this point, I'm going to use the Spirit Charmer Art to be able to set a monster to my side of the field, and then summon Area, and then attack over the Tiny Revscards. From here, she draws Spirit Charms, which is a good draw from here, but again, sequences it in a poor way. And from here, all I have to really do is be able to flip up the also summon Denko, attack into the face down, and then just swing in from lethal from here.
Basically, after the Secret Slayer's pack opening that I had, I decided I'm not building Ice Barrier, because I'm probably not going to pull Dragite.